everyone, it is the Lego Detective, and I'm starting back my Bakugan reviews. This is Bakutech Saint Aquas. So yeah, last week, I ordered a huge lot of Bakugan and Bakutech from Yahoo Japan. I was looking for some Beat-em-on and I found Bakugan. And I won the auction for about $2, but there was like $30 of shipping. But it was worth it because there's a lot of rare Bakutech and Bakugan that are coming. I will do an unboxing when that comes. It should come sometime this week or next week. But to kick things off, I thought that I'd start off my Bakugan reviews again by reviewing the one Bakutech which I got last year but I didn't review. And that was Saint Aquas. And the reason I didn't review him is because he actually broke one day. Basically, one of these springs broke, and when I do pop him open to show you what he looks like, I will show you that he still works completely fine as a Bakugan, as you can see. He still folds up. It's just one of the springs in the neck broke. It kind of came out of place. I tried to fix it, and then it got tangled, and then it broke. So I just removed the spring completely. But yeah, you got the Bakugan, which I'll look at in a bit closer later. You got the cards, which we'll look at as well. Let's start with the box. Focus in there. We have Sega Toys, Bakugan, Battle Brawlers, Quilt, his owner, and Quilt does like this weird thing where he carries Saint Aquas on his hand, and I've tried to do that, trust me, and it's like really hard. We got a really cool looking picture of Saint Aquas. Over there, some Japanese text that I can't read. I'm going to assume that these are stats. It says that he is an Aquas type, or Aquos type, I should say. The two cards, you get a gate card and ability card, shows the Bakugan. On the side, we have his two different modes. How this mode is like the defense mode, and this mode is like the double stand mode. And I will get into that. Over here, it shows like an advertisement for battling, I guess, with Dio Sivak, I believe it's called, and Flare Dragon, and then it shows him, the Cross and Soul pieces, which are basically just interchangeable pieces in the convert system, Bakutech series, Bakutech BTC 14, so one of the earlier releases, and showing him folded up and out of the ball form. So yeah, let's take a look at the Bakugan. Okay, so now it's time to take a closer look at the Bakugan. So here are the two cards that you get. You get the gate card and the ability card. And one thing to note about the Japanese ability cards is that they are smaller than the gate cards, and also they have this really cool design, which was featured in the anime, and well, mainly the English anime actually, because that came from a Japanese anime. All Japanese ability cards, not just from Bakutech, look like this, and I think that it's pretty cool. The American ones just look like the gate cards. So here's the gate card. It is Saint Aquas. Not sure exactly what it does, but it says plus 100 there, so I'm just going to assume that it gives an extra 100 to Saint Aquas. And as you can see, out of all of these attributes, Aquos gets the most bonus. For the ability card, we have Crystal Stream. Not sure exactly what it does, but I'm just going to assume that you just give a bonus to whichever attribute your Bakugan is. So yeah, that's just a quick look at that. And now let's look at the Bakugan. It does look very cool. As you can see, it is from the convert system. There are two systems in Bakugan, the bind system and convert system. The convert system had two different types of pieces, cross pieces, which are found right here. And you have two of them, one there and one there. And soul pieces, which are here. And soul kind of makes sense since it's like a sole of a shoe. So the soul pieces are the foot parts, and the cross pieces are normally used on arms. Here, it's used on his tail and on his neck. But Bakutech, such as Grand Dragon and Flare Dragon, you have it used on their arms. So yeah, these pieces are metal. And other Bakutech have metal cross pieces, and you can swap out the pieces. They're just held in by rubber, basically, and you can just pull them out. This one's a bit looser. You can see the little rubber piece right there. And there's the same thing for the cross pieces. So now let's pop it out. There you go. And I did mention that one of the springs broke, and it was the spring right here on the neck. Normally the spring would catapult the neck forward like so. Unfortunately, mine broke. So sometimes the neck kind of just falls back like this. But out of all of the springs that could have been broken on this Bakutech, that one was probably the best one to break, because it really doesn't affect his ability to open up or fold up or anything like that. So for manual parts, You do have the edge of the tail, and you do have these little spikes up here, which you can bring more forward if you want him to, but they're supposed to be like this. And then you have the feet, and you can see the Aquas logo right there, and MG stands for magnet. All Japanese Bakugan have MG on them. So here's the Bakugan. It looks very cool. We kind of have like these wings, but they also look kind of like heads as well. If we take a closer look at it, which is kind of interesting. These horns can move separately from the heads if you want them to. So yeah, you can do that if you want. And you do have two different G powers, 380, mine's just a bit scratched, so it looks like 360, but it is 380 and 200. As to why they have these two different G power attributes, I'll get into later. He's about 580 Gs because you add these two pieces up, the two G powers up, and I will explain why I think that they are separate later. So yeah, overall a very cool looking Bakugan. So yeah. To fold the Bakugan up, you fold in all the manual parts, which are the horns, the little spikes, the tail, and the feet. Bring in the head, and then push this piece in. Bring in the side parts, and then push in the tail. So to switch him into his second mode, he does have two different modes. You have these little switches, and just bring them down. Do make sure that they are pushed all the way down with both of your fingers on both sides, because sometimes they can pop up like that. As you can see, it's a bit uneven, and that's not really good. So make sure that they are pushed down, and then you can shoot him and pop him open, and that time his head fell forward correctly. And as you can see, the little wing pieces are locked into place. And you only have the 200 Gs. The 380 is in there, and you can't really see it. So I think that in this mode, he's only supposed to have 200 Gs. As to why he would only have 200 Gs, I'm going to explain right now. This mode, if you look on the box, as you can see here, it shows you get two Bakugan on the same card, and this is kind of deflecting the Bakugan. This, I'm pretty sure, is supposed to be a double stand mode, where basically you shoot your Bakugan and you would get it to the edge of the card right here. And this is your opponent's view. It's going to be very hard to get their Bakugan onto the card. So then you have your room, and then you can just roll your Bakugan and get it onto the card and then get a double stand. If you don't know how double stands work, basically if you get two Bakugan that you have on the same card, you get that gate card, and that basically gets you a point and brings you closer to winning the game. So, this mode of Saint Aquas is very helpful for getting double stands. Double stands don't really involve G powers, so I think that that's the reason that they gave us 200. It's like, you can try to get a double stand with Saint Aquas, but it's going to put you at a bit of a risk, I guess, because, well, you have less G power. This is more of like a defensive mode, even though the first mode with the arms out, and you don't even have to fold up the Bakugan to change the mode, you can just press it in. The first mode with the arms out does have a lot of defense. The second mode is kind of like not really ready to battle. The second mode is more like just waiting for you to get your other Bakugan onto the card. Granted, if you get your Bakugan on the card like this, it is still very easy to get another Bakugan on the card and get a double stand. So, yeah, overall, there is Saint Aquas. I really hope that you enjoyed this Bakutech review. Definitely going to be doing more Bakutech reviews. And thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.